Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Elder Scrolls Online guide video with me, Sherman. And today, guess what we're going to be covering, guys? That's right, gold farming with the Clockwork City DLC. Because I haven't done one of these in a while, and the main reason why is because once they took away the gold farming sets, like where you could get extra gold from farming it kind of tapered off, and it was really hard to determine the best ways to farm gold after that. But luckily enough, with the thanks to some of my followers who've given me some advice on how to find gold and things like that, I've actually put together a new guide right here for you guys. I'm going to go over every area of the game that you can farm gold and the fastest ways to make gold. Now, this is not buying or farming stuff to sell on the guild trader. This is not doing the Thieves Guild to sell items to the person there. This is literally making gold and making gold fast. This is not the kind of gold farming that you see a lot of other people do, and the reason why is because I believe in fast gold, not slow gold. I want to make gold, I want to make it fast. So, first off, the Thieves Roost chest farm is still a viable option to make gold, but you're only going to make about 20k in a full bag run. You're only going to make about 20k. It's not really fast, but it can be fast depending on the time of day when you do it. Now, I tend to farm Thieves Roost early morning. As you can see, I have all the chests, most of the chests marked and highlighted, but I don't farm on this character as much as I farm on my other characters, and I don't farm Thieves Roost anymore that much because I like to leave the chests for the new players. But it is still a viable option for farming gold. Next up is, of course, the locations or the public dungeons that are the best for making gold the fastest. And this is literally going to grant or garner you anywhere between 50 to 60,000 gold with a full bag. But you have to have a lot of bag space. The closer you have to 200, the better. So I have 190 on this character, or 160 on this character. If I'm not carrying around all this extra garbage that I'm carrying around, I can actually make really fast gold on this character, but I don't use this character to farm gold anymore. I use what I call my adventurer build, and it's my warden, and I farm gold super fast with that build. Usually I can make anywhere with their bag space, which is only like 140 slots, I can make anywhere between because I usually have about 20 spaces taken up on that character normally, and then I farm to fill the rest. And with the 120 spaces, I can pull anywhere between 40 to 60,000 gold on a full bag. Now, I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you do this, I spend one day a week at least doing it, and I can pull like 200,000 gold easy. But I have to spend a lot of time farming. And this means I have to spend a whole 8-hour session of playing farming. If you don't have 8 hours, but you have 2 and you want to get some gold, you can make usually around 20 to 40,000 with that, or even up to 60,000 in 2 hours. It's just a matter of filling your bags. Now, if you have this from the cash shop, it is called the one of the assistants. It is the merchant assistant. You can actually make gold a lot faster because you can just summon them out when your bag is full, sell everything, go right back to farming, put them away. I call it the pocket merchant. I don't have it, but I do have a friend who has it, and we do like to farm together sometimes. So what we'll do is when they're wanting to farm, I'll join them and we'll sit there and we'll farm. Usually a public dungeon. We have specific ones that we farm now, and I'm going to go over all 3 of them because all 3 of these have Imperials in them, and Imperials drop the most coin in the game. Literally, out of everything in the game, they drop the most coin. I don't know why that is, but they do. So, let's go over where you can farm Imperials. So, the reason I'm in Clockwork City, by the way, I will get to that in a second, because this is there's another thing going on in Clockwork City. Because it is a new DLC, you can farm here for certain things and sell it in Zone Chat and make a fortune right now. And we'll get over that in a second. I'm going to go over these 3 delves. So the first delve I like to farm is here in Rift. It is called the Lion's Den. Now this is, to me, the by far the best that you can, like, best place to farm, but you have to hit this place at specific times. I like to go here late at night on a weekend, usually on a Saturday, Friday or Saturday night. I go here about 1 or 2 o'clock on Pacific time, start farming, and I farm until about 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, and then I call it a night, go to bed, you know, get up the next day, you know, clear out the rest of that character's inventory, take all the money and dump it in the bank. And so it's an easy way to make a lot of fast gold. This one's really nice because it's a big circle, and there is literally the whole place is full of Imperials. There's a few side bosses and other bosses in it, but I'm not after the bosses. I'm after the trash. I farm trash mostly. I try to avoid boss fights because bosses take longer to kill, and with trash you can just sit there and just grind. And usually what I do is I turn on some music and I just chill and grind. That's it. So this is a really good one. The next one is going to be in Reaper's March, and this is called the Vile Mates. Now, the Vile Mates. The Vile Mates is a really good one to farm, especially if you have access, you know, to it. Now, all 3 of these areas are in the final zones of those things. So if you're new to the game and you want to get to these areas, ask somebody in your guild to port you to these specific places, like to Fort Greenwich or Grimwatch, so you can get to this place really quick. And then, of course, the one over here, the same thing in Rift, you want to go to the Terran Grove Way Shrine. Really easy to get to those 2. Now, the one thing about Reaper's March you have to understand is most of the Imperials are on the upper level in the basement or in the cellar of this house. Do not go down the hole that takes you into the lower section. There's not as many down there. There's more undead down there and ice elementals and some other stuff, but it's not a very good farming area as the upper area is, and it's a big circle. But this one is highly farmed. Like, this one literally gets farmed the most. So, but it is a really good spot to farm and make gold fast. Now, like I said, if you want to make fast gold, you don't farm to sell on an auction house. You don't farm to go to a thieves guild and barter this stuff off. You farm, you sell, you farm, you sell. That's the fastest way to make gold in this game, period, hands down. You can't beat it. There is nothing faster. Now, I've had people tell me farming dungeons is fast gold. Yeah, 10,000 gold a dungeon run is not bad. But if you're doing a dungeon and it's taking you 20 minutes to do that dungeon and you're not filling your bags in like an hour of play, it's really not worth it. Farming public dungeons is a lot easier. Now, the final area that you can farm is in Bankorai, and that is Razak's Wheel. Now, Razak's Wheel, it doesn't have a whole lot of Imperials, but it has enough that you can farm it out, get the items, and sell it. Like, and you want to go to the nearest place to sell. So when you're done farming, portal to here. Go in. If you can't portal to here, if you don't have access to the merchants here yet, I would suggest portaling to here, selling, and then taking the way shrine back, riding back, farm it again. Now, this takes a little bit longer if you don't have the pocket merchant, but don't worry, you can still pull about 120,000 gold in probably about 4 hours. And that's fast, guys. 4 hours of farming is fast gold. 120,000, unless you're selling on a guild trader and you know you're going to sell your items fast, which most people can't determine that because there's no way to know if your item is going to sell or not. And that's why you don't want to sell through the guild trader, is because it takes longer. And it's not guaranteed fast gold. So, but this is guaranteed fast gold. And I'm not lying, guys. You can make this much gold. Alright. Now, if you don't want to farm these places because they're being farmed too much, you can pick any public dungeon in the game, farm it, and sell anything you get. Now, if you are a subscriber, it's going to be a lot harder for you because most of the stuff you're going to loot is going to go right into your craft bag, and a lot of it's not going to, it's not going to be stuff you're going to sell, except for the items you pick up that are sellable, like junk items and equipment. And then that you can sell. So it's a little bit harder for subscribers to make the kind of gold I make, because I'm not just selling that. I'm selling materials. I'm selling everything. And if I get a lot of stacks of stuff, I sell those stacks for a lot more gold. So I can make a lot of gold really fast. Now, the other thing I do is I farmed sky shards, or soul stones. This is another way you can make fast cash. How do you farm soul stones? I get asked this all the time. How do you farm soul stones? Like, you say that it's possible, but how do you do it? I farm public dungeons. I farm bosses in those public dungeons. Every boss in a public dungeon drops either an empty soul gem or a full soul gem. If they drop a soul gem, what you do is you want to make sure that that you have this passive. So in here under the guild or under world, there's the thing called soul magic. You want to make sure you have soul lock. Killing an enemy with a weapon ability has a 10% chance to automatically fill an empty soul gem. You don't realize how fast this thing will fill soul gems. You will fill soul gems so fast that you can't keep empty ones in your inventory. They're filled. And it's crazy how fast you can fill them. So this is what I have filled out on my character for that purpose. In fact, all my characters have this, so I can always fill soul gems. And I farm soul gems sometimes, and I will farm until I get a stack of 200 extra soul gems. And then I'll sell it. They sell for 6,000 a stack. On top of that, everything else I'm selling gives me more gold. So if I do a full farm, I can make anywhere, and in a 4-hour period, normally anywhere between 100 and 120,000 gold, if not more. And that's farming these places I've shown you and any other public dungeon I can find. So that is the fastest way you can make gold literally in the game. Now right now, because Clockwork City is so new, a lot of the new drop sets are selling for a lot of money. Now what you can do is you can farm the public dungeons and world bosses here and sell the items in the open market. Now I say an open market, that means open chat. You sell it in zone. You sell it for cheap. That means if you get an item that's divines in I gotta go in here, sorry, Unfathomable or Mad Tinkers, you get these in divines, you get the jewelry, you can sell these for really good prices, usually about 2,000 gold. Now, they will sell fast, and usually I can sell like a bunch of it, and I'm not saying I can do this really fast, guys. I can usually sell a bunch of it in about 3 to 4 hours. I can sell a bunch of it that I farm, and as I'm farming, I will get a lot of this stuff. So, because not only do the bosses drop this stuff, but open world mobs have a chance of dropping these things too. So if I get anything that is Unfathomable, Mad Tinkers, or Livewire, I am selling it as quick as I can get it. Especially if it's divines in these two, or reinforced or sturdy in the Livewire. Or infused, depending on the body part. I will sell it. And usually, like Livewire I'm not selling really fast, but Mad Tinkers and the Unfathomable, I'm selling like hotcakes. I can't keep these things in stock. The only reason why you see me with jewelry is because I want to build myself a set for a build. For both of them. So, that's the main reason why I'm working on that, is because I do have a build for Mad Tinkers, and I have a build coming out for Unfathomable. I do have this I'm farming out, but this is going to another build that you guys might all know called the Winters. Oh my god. Well, Northern Wind. That's what it's going for. It's actually going to be part of that build now, because I like how it works, especially with that build, because you're applying minor maim with the ice staff, and then when you take damage, you have a 25% chance of applying this to multiple targets. This only applies when you're on the sword and board side. When you're on the ice staff side, it won't be applied. So it's kind of like you have that window, you switch to your sword and board, block an attack on purpose, just so you can get this to trigger, so that for 8 seconds, those people have that minor, or for 4 seconds, they have that minor vulnerability. So it's just a way to improve DPS with the group. And it doesn't work that great, but to be honest, it's really good. Because it does work, and it does keep consistent minor vulnerability applied to the enemies. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the gold farming. There is a lot of other ways you can make gold, guys. I'm not gonna lie. You can do the guild trader thing where you farm specific sets, put it on the guild trader, but then, like I said, that's slow making gold. It's not guaranteed fast gold. You can do the Thieves Guild. That's not guaranteed fast gold. It's slow gold. The only way it can be guaranteed fast gold is if you are getting nothing but blue and purple items to pawn off to the fencer. And it has to be blue or purple stolen items. Otherwise, you are not going to make enough gold from it fast. Over time, yes, but in the short term, no. And if you don't know the houses to farm for those purple and gold items, like blue and purple items that you can sell to the fencer, it's really hard to make a lot of gold at the Thieves Guild. Like really, really good gold. Like you're not going to be making what I make. And that's from farming public dungeons. Like I said, public dungeons is the best way to farm in this game. You can't beat it. I've tried. And I can't find anything better. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. As you guys can see, I'm recording this the night before I release the video. The reason why is because tomorrow I'm actually going to be working on some other stuff, and I kind of want to get that done so I can bring you guys my new build video out on Thursday, and then on Wednesday, and then on Thursday I have another build. I have a new RP build coming out. It's taken me a little bit longer to put this one together, or to get this one done, because I've taken some other time to do some other stuff outside the game. I have some real life responsibilities that kind of superseded me doing this. It wasn't that I wasn't doing YouTube or working on YouTube stuff. I was. It's just that I didn't have time to bring videos out. So, but that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you guys want to see more videos by me, you can hit the subscribe button. Other than that, I do want to thank you all for watching this video. Until next time, have a wonderful day, and this guy will see y'all later. Bye.